Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, we just hit the record button again.
Yes.
Whew.
So what's happening?
Yeah, we were in a deep conversation, which is unexplainable, of course, about magic and things that happen that you can never ever understand with your brain.
No, and I loved that. That's why I hit the record button. I loved that you also mentioned, but that's exactly why people were burned or drowned and thrown out of their community because magic works.
Yeah, it does. And then well, maybe if you want to give the example for that you just give me, that will give some reference to people why I said I understand that in other ages, other lives we were burned on for doing witchcraft.
Well, the story you refer to is there is a very brave young lady here, and
Hmm.
she is here for a longer time, and she hosted an event here,
Yes.
and she asked me some really deep questions, and I always try to do my best that there is no time or no possibility to answer these questions. And she kept asking, she kept trying.
Okay.
So then I said, "Do you really want to know it?" And she said, "Yes. Do you really, really, really want to know this? Because magic works."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but why do you say like really, really, really? Because everything will change. Like not something, not the things you want to change, but everything will change. Also the things where your mind will say, I don't want these changes. And she said, yes. Okay. And I felt a yes, which is
Mm-hmm.
at least as important. So we did some exercises. And one of those exercises is with a rose. And a rose, like there are so many rituals and so many stories and so many traditions where a rose is part of the deal. And that's because a rose has a frequency, like every plant, everything on earth has a frequency. Like, and it's easy, like a stone has a, if the frequency is lower from earth, stone, than the frequency of a flower.
Mm-hmm.
And the rose is like almost 10 times higher in frequency than any other thing you can find on earth. So it's a plant from outer space. It's the frequency of a rose is not from this earth. And that's why it's a symbol also from Maria
Yeah.
Magdalena, which is also a very powerful metaphor. So we worked with the rose. And the exercise that I learned from one of my teachers is that you put it in your hand in front of you, imaginary. So she didn't really
Mm-hmm.
touch a rose, but she imagined a rose. And we did
Yes.
some heart space work on that. And heart energy flows through your chest, shoulders, arms,
Mm-hmm.
and hands and fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And we did this at 11 o'clock in the evening. And
Okay.
a lot happened. And from the next day on, she's got like, she burned the place where she held the rose. There are even
So
blisters,
the hand that yes, the hand she used to hold the energetic imaginary rose.
especially around the three fingers in which she held the imaginary rose. And even Juliet, we had she's helping us out really great on some business ideas and really put it onto paper and that we can present it to investors because
Mm-hmm.
we've got some big plans around biodiversity and everything. And Juliet said, I just felt warmth coming from your hand. And then she said, wow, that you felt that? What that's really magical because it burns. My hand burns.
Uh-huh.
And the ladies here very often use these bottles with hot water
Ah, yeah.
before they go to sleep.
Ah,
So
okay. To warm the bed, you mean?
yes, so
Okay.
first they thought it has been leaking and it burned her hand,
Yes.
but it
Yes.
wasn't. And Juliet also teaches everyone to just keep it like also enter some cold water in it so that you
Mm-hmm.
don't burn yourself. So it wasn't explainable. And it cannot be an
No.
insect and it cannot be a plant. And it's like real blisters from
Uh-huh.
burning, from fire.
So this rose, this energetic rose with the special frequency, is like extracting a lot outside of her
And
body.
that's exactly the exercise because the
Yes.
what I learned from my teacher is that the rose has this high frequency. And this counts for everybody who is listening, who is interested in what is this inner world and resonates with words like light being and stuff like that. Then you
Mm-hmm.
know that you have a very high frequency inside of yourself, which is not better, it's just different. And
Yes.
the interesting thing about a high frequency is that it can eat, like really transform a lower
Yeah.
frequency. But a lower
Uh-huh.
frequency can never digest a higher frequency.
And the
That's
body is a lower frequency, like it's
no,
earth.
not
It's
not not not, not always.
not
It's
like
just
that.
no. It's just the like a lower energy cannot consume a higher energy, which is not
No.
right or
And
wrong. It's just
higher,
not possible. But a higher energy
yes.
can transmutate a lower
A
energy.
lower energy. Yes.
And the butterfly is also like explaining this. So it goes from a lower frequency to a higher frequency. So it has consumed the whole caterpillar. The caterpillar
Uh-huh.
is gone. But
So
I've never seen a caterpillar, a butterfly becoming a
becoming a
caterpillar
caterpillar.
because it cannot. So this higher energy is eating a lot of low frequencies that she was used to allow in her system. And this is
Yes.
very dangerous words because I don't believe in protecting yourself because
Uh-huh.
there's nothing outside of you stronger than you. And that's especially about this whole thing. If you have a high frequency inside of your system, you can eat all the other energies in a respective, empowering way. So it's not like you
Mm-hmm.
kill it or you dismantle it. No, you transform it into everything that's empowering for you in the world.
Yes, that I get. Yes.
And she just allowed in that exercise so much energy to be transformed. So yeah, it if a lot of energy goes through an electricity line, it gets hot, right?
So that's why it gets burned, literally.
And I've
Because the
worked.
amount of energy flowing through her system is increased so much, and it manifests mostly in the hand she used for the rose because it's like the primary source where it ignited.
Yeah, and to go even into more magic, I learned a lot from the yogis. So
Yes.
that there's one book you also read it, like the biography of a yogi, from Yogananda. Um, there are a lot of examples of people who evaporate
Yes.
because people instantly get enlightened, which sounds really great. But the boost of energy, like I'm also I have some doubts about this whole thing that people like to do Kundalini yoga or Kundalini opening or freeing the Kundalini
Activation.
energy.
Yes.
Because if
Yes.
you really, really open up your full Kundalini energy,
You will burn.
you will burn, you will evaporate, you will just be, get into dust. Because
Uh-huh.
your physical body and a lot of other things inside of you and your energy body has to adjust. This is a planet where things go slow, you know. So if you go very fast, it will explode. Like Lemuria exploded and Atlantis exploded. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all very logical, and I'm not a fan of instant enlightenment because I like the journey. You know, I think
Yes,
the journey is why we are here, not to become the destiny of enlightenment. And
I
so
agree.
yeah, the only thing, the only proof of magic, that's why we started this whole conversation, is the body is slow. It's carbon. So when a lot of high frequency energy goes through it, yeah, something happens. And of course, okay, could be an insect, could be that she burned herself, but she didn't know it. I'm open for everything, but I'm open for everything. So
Including
also that
magic.
the rose did it, you know?
Yes, yes. So yes, that's how where we were when you pressed record. That magic truly works. And as we said so many times, you can't comprehend with your brain because this, I mean, you hold an energetic rose and then you get blisters and everything. Our mind cannot explain, but it's really happening.
Yeah, and I'm really thankful that that my teachers learned me when and how much magic you are allowed to use with people. So that I got a lot of training in the amount
Okay.
and
Because
and then
otherwise they will get vaporized.
well,
Maybe.
that could be, but in the end it will bite me in the ass. So because I'm connected with everything and you are connected with everything and we are both the same. So it will it cannot be that somebody is suffering and this energy is not in your realm.
True.
And it's about it's like really teasing, you know. Um, if you can heal someone like instantly,
Uh-huh.
people will say let's go for it. And there are even people who want to pay you like a lot of money about it or want to make you famous. So it's what the yogis say. It's 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 just what I learned is really go deep inside of your own system. What
Mm-hmm.
seduces you?
What
Seduces you.
seduces you?
Because if you know what it is, it's very helpful. So if you know that money can seduce you, if you know that sex or the
Food or
other
whatever. Yeah.
or power or just name all the things that can seduce you to do things that like not really helpful, then
Uh-huh.
I'm actually talking about selling your soul.
Yes.
Then it can't be helpful for you and the world. It's impossible. But first you have to know where you're open for. So you really have to know what it is. And you all know this story about the sailors that go to an island and there are these mermaids and they are singing and they fall all in love with them and then the mermaids kill everyone on the ship because they are seduced by the mermaids,
Yes.
by their
Yes.
singing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
There's this old story, and this old story is a metaphor that that you have to be aware what's
Mm-hmm.
what's how you can be seduced.
Okay. So we're moving to the subject about selling your soul to things, which is kind of the same of seducing.
Hmm.
Um,
And you can blame the
and
devil, huh? You
mermaids,
can blame the devil. But the devil is not
Always.
there to blame. The devil is just good in possibilities to seduce you. But you don't have to blame him that he tries.
No, and about the devil we can also talk because
Yeah.
what the freak is the devil? I mean, it's also an angel.
Yep.
So but this is yes, because also about this we talked before um that we all have these parts, you know, where it's unconsciously again as usual, it's easy to sell your soul to something. And it doesn't have to be singing and mermaids and beautiful. It can also be selling your soul to fear and anxiety and all kind of things because it
Yep.
feels like a comfort zone.
Yep.
Must be. Otherwise, even it sounds weird that fear can sound like a comfort zone, but I guess everything can become a comfort zone. In which you are just being and not aware, not really living. You're existing, maybe that's better. You're existing, which is like a passive state of something.
Hmm.
Yes. But to go to even become aware of this is not something we get really triggered to in this world.
Even stronger, a lot of people have built like 3 or 4 or 5 walls, like stay in your techie world, firewalls, fire
Firewalls.
walls.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Like I think there are a lot of similarities between hardware and software and how our light body software and our human body hardware is working. There are
Yes.
viruses, there are firewalls, there is a program, there is a delete button, there is a restart, there is
Default
it's
setting.
yeah, it's and believe me, we are made in the same industry, in the same fabric. So we our default settings are light and love.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the button?
Oh, it would be great if everybody could immediately go back to default light and love.
I believe that everybody has this button and that everybody can find the journey to allow themselves that somebody presses this button.
Yeah, but it sounds very easy. But since this is not happening on a large scale, it must not be easy because otherwise everybody would be on this journey.
Well, it's actually easy, but it's not simple.
Ah, right. Yes,
It's
words
so
matter.
easy. It's believe me, it's much easier to just be yourself than to entertain all these firewalls and identities and protection mechanisms. And the only reason
Yes.
why people are tired, and I even dare to say that people grow old,
Uh-huh.
is because of all this fighting.
And about and not being. Because you say just being themselves, but that also sounds always very easy. But we talked about before that it's very, how many people know who they are, you know, about just being, you need to know who you are.
Well, then we have to go back to this beautiful lady that we did the exercise with the rose. She's also one of these beautiful people who says, but I never ever am able to have the conversations that you and I have. I cannot find people to have this conversation. And it started with the first conversation that she said, Lars, do you know something about dreams?
Mm-hmm. Ah, yeah, I remember.
And
Yes.
and and then I said a little.
Mm.
because I'm not going like, yeah, I know a lot, let's talk about it. I'm just like, oh, let's because I can feel there's a lot underneath. And then 2 or 3 days later, she said, I really want to speak with you about my dreams. Are you sure? Are you really, really, really sure? And then she said, my dreams are always about other worlds. And she used a lot of words, and I could only say, you're talking, do you think that's one world or two? And she said, it's one world. I said, no, it's our two. It's Lemuria and it's Atlantis, and you are mixing them up. Because she was talking about dolphins, and she was talking about very high-tech, dense cities with a lot of buildings, with a lot of technology. So one is Lemuria and the other one is Atlantis.
Yes.
So, and immediately there was like sometimes you can almost hear the click sound. And then a lot of things happened because we also did a big energy clearing. But it's easy. And
yes, it's
the difficulty
easy, but
is it's at the moment not very visible where you can find those things.
But in the same time, because it's very nice you bring in dreams, because visible dreams, I mean, in dreams you see everything. In dreams are very powerful, and you can see and feel and find a lot there.
Everything.
Because in dreams everything is possible, everything. And sometimes I ask people about dreams and they say, yeah, I never know what I dream, which I can never understand that. How is possible? I dream all the night, and I don't remember every detail, of course, all the time, but many things stay there, and dreams are very informative. Like it's a lot of information in there also.
Yep.
So because we say it's easy, but it's not simple. But maybe in your dreams there is a lot of if you can become more aware of your dreams, what am I trying to say? Then there is a lot of information that can also tell you a lot of things and maybe guide you.
Yeah, but that's easy for you to say because you found some fountains of wisdom. And if you don't drink from the fountains of wisdom, how can you use your dreams? Because you don't speak the language, you cannot see the wisdom in it.
But isn't that one of the reasons why we have this podcast
to broadcast?
To broadcast, yes.
Or at least let's stay humble. Point at wisdom that's already available, and this wisdom opens up a lot of things. The whole world of magic, the whole world of dreams, the whole world of energy work, the whole world of how we are really built and what we are doing here on this planet.
Yes, so dreams are part of that. So it's pointing out to this wisdom that many people are unaware of. Well, at least is what I notice. Well, dreams are just dreams.
Sometimes when I start to work with people, and I also learned this from a very beautiful teacher, I always love that question, like, are you awake when you sleep, or do you sleep when you're awake?
Yes.
And most people are like, oh, what?
Both.
What did you say?
I love this one. Yes.
When you go to your bed, you fall asleep, right? Yeah. And in the morning you wake up, right? Yeah. But what if what you call is awake is sleeping, and what you call sleeping is awake? And I saw this beautiful quote somewhere that we are only walking on this earth, like in what everybody talks, being awake, to gather material to dream about.
Oh, wow, that's an interesting one.
I
Yeah.
love that one. Yeah,
Oh,
but
wow.
why did this happen? Well, otherwise you don't have any ingredients for your dreams, right?
We're dreaming.
Yeah. But you can feel this. You can feel this because
Yes,
there is a certain wisdom and truth in it.
yes, it
Because
is.
everything that happens during the day
During the time your eyes are
is
open, your
is
physical eyes.
yeah, it's the stepping stone to a metaphor in your dream. And it and you can just embrace the wisdom that it's happening to show you something. But it's really shown in your dreams. That's why I always have to like smile, or in Dutch we say grinniken.
Yeah.
When people say, but Lars, why did this happen to me? Because people are like really attached to their drama in that moment, so it's not really helpful to say, well, just to give you some ingredients to dream about.
No, that might be one step too far.
It's much too early. But later on, we really have
Yes.
these conversations. And it's beautiful because the mind is more relaxed about the question, why does this happen to me?
Mhm.
Because there is another answer to dream about.
And then if we go deeper on this, the dreaming about it,
Hmm.
where can that guide you?
Well, you're more and more settled in your sofa of being a leader in business and groups and teams.
Mhm.
What do you think is more important when you are a leader in business? Practical stuff or dreaming?
Dreaming.
Yeah. So there you get your answer. In the business world, which is
Yes,
like really like 2 feet underground and creating things. Like you can see like things are really like
built
moving.
on. Yes,
It's not
yes.
talking or energy or a blister on your hand. No, it's business. It's companies. It's
Money, products,
yeah,
solutions.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's everything.
So experiences during the time that your physical eyes are open are the ingredients for dreaming when your physical eyes are closed. And those ingredients and the dreaming, they are full potential of creating new physical things in the time that these eyes are open. So it's another amazing, I
Well,
wouldn't say loop, but
uh,
infinity.
yeah. In one of our first podcasts, I gave you the example that one of a guy. I have a lot of guys that do business. I also have a lot of women
Yes.
who do business, but I always like it when people are entrepreneur because they know that sometimes you have to make a choice,
Yes.
and you don't have a lot of time or possibilities to overthink this choice. You just have to make a choice. And so they already learned to just be with everything that happens after they made a choice instead of, oh, but if I knew this, then I would have done it differently and it should be like this and it would be like that. No, as an entrepreneur, there are lots of times that you don't have time to entertain
Mhm.
your mind about these things. So this guy asked me, I want to follow my gut feeling, but where the fuck is my gut feeling? Where can I find it? And I, of course, told him inside. And
Yes.
now we are getting, I'm a sailor, so I like the metaphors of sailing. So you're in the middle of the sea, you can't see land, it's dark. So yeah, there are stars, but you never really learn to navigate on stars. So
Hmm.
how do you navigate? You look at
Wow.
What
If
do I
it's
what do
dark,
I
there's
have on
nothing.
what do I have on my ship to guide me?
Compass.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
see,
gut
okay.
feeling and compass are the same.
Okay, yes.
Well, dreams are your compass. So it's the reading of your compass. They show you the way.
But this is really big
This
because
is really big.
everyone is searching outside for a compass,
Yes, ma'am.
for guidance, for everything.
And they,
And
they, they even entertain the question, but I have to find what I really, really, really want.
yes, so that's why this is incredible because it's or your dreams are there. You don't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's there.
And
And
now,
but there,
mhm.
yeah, of course you have to do something because there is an exercise. Yes, yes, yes. But it's like an amazing paradox again that it's like we're searching, but it's just here, literally. And one exercise that you taught me last time I was in 𝘀𝗶𝗲𝗲𝗶𝗴 is about when you wake up in the morning, before you do anything, before you even move a leg, take a pen, write down, so not typing in your phone, but really write down in some book or diary. Let the pen write mostly. Don't even think. Just write what you dreamed about. And then, well, that I don't know, takes maybe a few minutes. And then when you do this every day, because one day you think, well, okay, but when you do it every day, and it can be really fast because we had a pattern, I think after 2 or 3 days already, you see a story, a
Yep,
pattern, a direction, a guidance, whatever you want to call it, but you
yep.
see like the book.
And the beauty about it is, and you say it is like easy but not simple, because also with the interpretation of your dream, and you used just used a lot of words, feeling words. You can only feel what the dream is saying you, but you cannot use your mind. So a
No.
dream gives you a compass because you can feel what's necessary. You can feel what you have to do. But people, there are many courses that
Mhm.
then they say, okay, a frog means this. And when you see an ocean and you drown, that means that you got problems with your inner child. And if you dream about the moon, then you have a problem with your mother. It doesn't work that way. So you cannot buy a
Because
book.
that's mind.
That's mind. That's all
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
So you can
Yes.
only feel it, and that's the thing. You also have to practice to to follow your feeling and to feel your feeling. Otherwise, you your dreams cannot be read. You cannot process your dreams, and that's the most difficult part. The most difficult part is the feeling language.
To feel the feeling and to understand, but not with your brain, and to follow.
Yeah, and then like I like the example, like dreams are more important in business than anything else because it gives you guidance and direction, and people start to believe you and give you trust because you believe in your dream, because you know that it's your guidance. It's about storytelling again. But then we
Mhm.
go to the Western culture, especially Dutch
Yeah.
culture. What does all the moms say to their children?
Dreams are, de droom zijn bedrog. Dreams are
An illusion, fake.
an illusion. Yes.
So that's in our culture. It's inside there. You don't even have to believe it. But I
It's in
just
the
want to
program.
mention it. Yeah, it's
Yes.
in the software again.
Yes.
So there are voices in everyone's head like dromen zijn bedrog. Dreams
Yes.
are just fake.
Yes, they are illusion. Or people saying, come on, wake up, stop dreaming, come to the real world.
Exactly. That's the other line. Stop dreaming. And if you stop dreaming, you stop living. Then you become a robot. And you sell your soul to fear.
Yes. Boom. Yes, and I'm laughing because we talked about it, and this is what I see happening very, very close around me right now. Yes.
Almost everyone who lives in fear stopped dreaming, or at least working, believing, whatever. I don't know. The like using dreams. And then yeah, then there is a lot of fear, because then everything can happen to you, right? You don't know where to go.
Yeah,
You
because
don't
you
have your
literally,
compass.
yes, then you are in the middle of the night in the ocean without compass, without stars, without anything, just the wind, the you, and that's it, and the
And you
boat.
probably tell yourself that you make a lot of mistakes and that you really have to think better about it, because the mistakes are so big that you really have to think more about it.
Which is the opposite way. Another paradox in this life. We had so many already.
And
Yes.
almost all the people that I tell this story and another variation, but this is really the big version, the big deep dive version. But if I do it like, are you asleep when you're awake, or are you awake when you sleep? Then almost everyone says, I have to think about that one.
But yeah, it's funny.
But you
It
cannot
both
think
true.
about it. No.
Yes. Yes. No, because then it becomes a rational thing, and then the pros and cons, I don't know what, then all the essence is gone.
It's gone. It's
Yes.
gone. It's like, it's why you say, like, the moment you lift your head from your bed, you have to start writing. And you
Yes.
also gave beautiful words about what we mean with writing. It's just that the pen will create a line on the paper.
Yes.
And those are words, and it's still without mind. So you just register the feeling of the dream in words. It just grows out of your hand and out of the pen. And it's very, very, very important to do it on paper and use a pen. Because if the moment you take your phone, there's already a lot of energy gone.
Yes. And also when you take your phone, if you want or not, you probably see messages or things, and the light of the screen, it's all very different.
And
And
it brings you to the awake or maybe sleeping state.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure, sleeping state. Yes. Yeah, so, and well, since I did this, it's really, yes, like this, because your mind can think, what, the pen is writing itself? Like, this sounds another crazy thing. But it's really, you just let it go, and then later, when you are more awake, now all the words are confusing. Then you read and you think, what? But that's the idea. And when then after days, it's
Yeah, if
it's
you really want to try this, or if you're listening to this and you're up to a nice exercise, just do it for a minimum of 2 weeks. A month is even better. And don't do anything that with what you wrote down. Just write it down, close the book. Don't even reread it. Don't go back to it. Don't try to understand it.
and then
After a
after 1 month,
you
yeah.
start with the first one, and just so it's everything you read is from a month ago,
Yes.
and you keep on writing every day, but you don't read what you wrote today. You read what you
But 1
wrote
month ago.
a month ago, and then you will
Okay.
see, like, it's even worse. Like, the material world is at least 3 to 6 months behind you. So if you change something in energy, if you change a habit, if you change the way you look at things, the material world
Mm-hmm.
is at least 3 to 6 months behind you. So, for example, our daughter, she is early 20s, and she really made some big changes in her life. And then she called me yesterday, and she said, I again have this swear on my lip, but I always get it because I had too much stress in my life, but I removed stress in my life, and she really did. But now I
Yes.
still have it, so I'm still doing everything wrong. And then I explained to her, your body is reacting on how you did life 6 months ago. So it's impossible to answer the question, what do I do now wrong so I have this? Because this has
Yes.
to do with something that you did a long time ago.
Yes. Because this earth is very slow. The material world is slow.
And that's the difficulty with healing. People
Yes.
want to become better. They want to cure a disease or a pain or whatever. Most often it gets worse because in the beginning you will release a lot of this energy that you were holding.
Like the blisters and everything. Yes,
Exactly.
also.
So
Yes.
and this beautiful human body has it needs time to process. And that's why it's not really helpful in my world to do a Kundalini training when your
Yes.
mind is still using the same software.
Because then the Kundalini is not going to empower you,
Not at all.
but maybe going to destroy you or parts of you. Yes. I'm thinking of everybody knows what is Kundalini in the meantime, because sometimes we use words that, yeah, this is crossing my mind.
Well, the easy explanation is there is a lot of energy curled up in your system, and like the science says that we only use a very small part of our DNA, and the rest is just junk DNA. I'm from a different world. I think that we are using the wisdom that's awake right now to re-energize the other parts of our DNA. So that's why we need energy, and potentially we have a lot of energy. And step by step, we will re-power parts of our DNA. And it will give us a total different world and life and being. So, and again, this planet is slow at the moment.
Yes.
So this whole process, you cannot speed it up.
No, and the Kundalini is like
is
that because you
referring
say,
to the whole amount
yes,
of energy.
yes, and you say curled up because it's often visualized as a serpent curled up in your spine
In your root chakra, in your root.
until your crown chakra.
Yeah. So it
Yes.
travels up. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So it's like you would open up. Well, we talked about fireballs before, but like a huge fireworks, something, that it really would explode if it would open up.
It's
So
the best metaphor is a volcano. So
yes.
the the potential power underneath a volcano is huge. So if you get an instant eruption, you can ruin the planet.
Well, that happened many times, that volcanoes ruined everything. Yes.
Exactly. And that's why Lemuria and Atlantis and all those things, they erupted.
Yes.
So they exploded.
Yeah.
And if you found this magical way to release like a lot of this potential power, which is called Kundalini energy, it burns through your chakras up. It's fire. It's burning.
Yes.
It's like the sun. So I would prefer to do it slow. It's much more fun.
It's probably more fun and pleasant also, because then it's again enjoying the journey and being aware of every step the fire takes instead of when everything, well, destroyed. Maybe you.
I had a beautiful teacher. She is a shaman, and for a year I was with her, and she says, this is a beautiful line: a symphony is not meant to hear the last note.
No, for sure not.
I love that metaphor. And like what we are talking about is a symphony. It's
Yes.
building up. It's why would you only listen to the last note?
That makes no sense at all, because
No.
then it would mean the symphony is finished.
Yeah. And most people live their lives that way. I want to arrive at the last note. I want to hear the last note. And in the meantime, they are unsatisfied because they are not at the last note yet.
And
So they don't enjoy life.
No. That's why what I read recently is that most people are not living, they simply exist.
Well,
but then
I call it resist.
Oh my God. Yeah, that is oh, very sharp. Only resist. Yeah, it's true also.
They don't want to
Yes.
be, and I very often fall into that place that I don't want the situation as the situation is. So I'm rejecting, I'm refusing, I'm resisting
Yes.
the situation.
Yes, you're excluding something, the drink, that, all the other things we talked about.
Yeah.
Yes, but you know, it's also another paradox that when you want to hear the last note, but you get at the last note, then you realize what happened? I'm in the last note, literally, you know, because you die and you leave this body. And then all the rest, well, you resisted in your words, or existed, or both. So then when you arrive at where you want to become, then to arrive, then it's,
Well,
well,
the
at the end of
experiment,
something.
the experiment that I'm taking on with two hands, I
Mhm.
learned that dying is the biggest orgasm that we can have because you release everything. And I have to be honest, I love orgasms. So if this is the biggest one, I don't want to miss it. I I
No.
I don't want to fight it. I don't want to reject it. I don't want to walk this way of rejecting the fact that I'm dying.
Mm-hmm.
And
No. Well, like this, it sounds like something to look forward to.
I do, but I definitely do. And I don't want to die, and I look forward to die. Well, at least I'm trying every day to live like the words that I just said. And
Yes.
yeah, it's if you look at it that way, the resistance just I have to say when I was very young and there was a horror movie and I stopped looking movies and series with drama and horror, but
Yeah.
I looked at it a lot when I was younger. I With a horror movie, I was not really so much in horror because I always thought, and just die, you know? You're running away because this thing is trying to
Demon,
kill you and
whatever.
molest you,
Yeah.
but let's die, you know, then it's over. And then the whole suspect the whole story falls into pieces because it's about not dying.
Yes.
And I never really understood that. I never really understood this fear of dying. And I had the privilege to should have been dead several times. So yeah, I practiced actually.
Yes, you died already
Yeah,
also quite
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, it's just my I got so many experiences of rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
I know the rebirth will be there.
Yes, it's not a question. No,
No. And
no.
the rebirth is pure magic.
Is it the next rebirth is not going to be painful anymore? It's pure magic.
Oh, I don't believe in pain.
Hmm. That's interesting. You know why?
And I hit my head on a concrete pole, so I know what I'm saying.
Yes, because that also was just memories.
Yes,
Yes,
man.
exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, we're pointing this whole conversation at the same thing. It's magic and magic works. And it has to do with opening up, and it has to do with dreaming, and it has to do with allowing so many things. Beautiful.
Yes, and about just in wanting to see everything that already is so close, like the wisdom and the compass of your dreams. I mean, it's not that you have to search. It's you don't have to do anything. You just have to invite it or accept it,
Allow it. Yeah.
allow it. Yes. So it's then it makes life very easy. Yes. True. Back to easy and not simple, but it's not simple because our mind is programmed to dreams are not true and wake up, stop dreaming.
And
But
the main
yes,
reason that it's not simple is because almost everyone around us is doing it different.
yes,
And that's why it's difficult. It's still easy.
yes,
You're built this way, but it's
yes.
not simple because,
It's against mainstream,
yeah,
but in the same time, yes. But that also makes it a lot of fun because if you start living like that or opening up to it, allowing, it becomes a lot of there comes a lot of fun also
yeah,
because
and what
yes,
it also makes me think about what I learned from the Lakotas, like the Native Americans. The Lakotas, they think that they don't think, they believe that they come from the stone people. So they are the
uh-huh,
oldest intelligence. They are connected with the oldest intelligence.
uh-huh,
And they say you always have the choice to follow the black road or the red road. And the black
okay,
road is like a highway, like everybody is taking the same. It's fast, everyone does it, it's very clear where to go.
yes,
And there are not a lot of exits, so a lot of people are on this road. And why are we on this road? Because we are on this road. Everyone is on
yes.
this road. And the red road is the one where you sometimes bleed and stumble
Where you
and
bleed,
fall.
that's why it's red.
That's why it's red.
Okay,
And if you are a warrior, and this is a subject for another podcast, because it's not, if I say warrior, it's not what the Lakotas mean with warrior,
mm-hmm.
because it has to do a lot with honor and trust and guts and bravery and everything. It's a very beautiful word.
Mm-hmm.
If you are up for it, you have the ability to choose the red road, and it's much more fun
Yes,
because you feel you're alive. And on the black road, you sleep. You're
yes.
tired.
So yes, and that's why many times we call it the Matrix because it was very nice
Same thing.
visualized in the
Same
Matrix
thing.
movies that are very old.
Same thing.
Yes, yes. So it's truly more fun. Yeah, and yes, many parts of society maybe don't understand you or think you're weird or different, but
And there is no
also that
magic
is
on the
fun.
black road. There's no magic on the black road. And the red road
No,
is full of magic.
yes, yes, and that we can never, sell this or convince people. It's just you can experience it, and it's truly, truly, truly there.
Exactly.
And yes, and you can only make people maybe curious about it or kind of hungry. Um,
You can,
And
this is a really nice one. Seduce them.
oh, seduce, yeah. And then you look like the devil when you say this.
And you laugh like the devil because he knows.
Yes.
And yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Yes. And in the end, life is made for living it, and enjoying it, and not really for sleepwalking through it.
Nope.
I think we give now quite some nice triggers again today. And when you say the devil, now I realize it's more, some people in the last weeks call me Diavoletta, which is Italian, of course.
Little
Diavoletta.
devil. Yep. Yep.
I
Yeah,
don't know
and
where
it's
that comes from.
well that you are seducing them to
Yes.
step on a territory where they normally wouldn't go without you.
So it's another,
And that's what we said in the beginning. It's good to know what is seducing you because it's not
yes.
wrong. Yeah, I think it's even one of the most amazing magical tools. And the big difference is, are you aware of it? Because when you are aware of it, oh, this is the answer to your question. Then you're walking on the path of wisdom. You
Yes.
use wisdom and guidance because it's also a kind of guidance.
So also this, what is seducing you, obviously, is a compass, as you say,
Exactly.
guiding.
Exactly. And
Yes.
sometimes it's the opposite,
It's getting you lost.
but you can only make this difference. Lots of times you have to do exactly the opposite. But you
The
have,
opposite of,
well, you're seduced to do something. If you
yes.
know that's happening, you can choose to do exactly the opposite. And you need wisdom
Yes.
to make these choices. And then we
And
are
then,
back to
yeah.
this whole conversation.
Yes.
You
About
have to
choices.
go to your inner world and drink from your own fountains of wisdom, and then you can use all the things that we discussed in this podcast.
Yes. So yes, I must agree by now. It's actually easy and not simple.
It's easy because you already
It
have
is easy.
everything. All the ingredients are already there. You don't have to go
Yes.
to the shop. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to create it. You don't have to look for it. It's already
No,
there.
everything is there,
Yeah,
which is another thing outside of our program.
100%.
Yes. So actually, yes, that was already, because you said it's the answer to the question about what awareness means to you, right? This was already the answer.
Mhm. So, what is your definition of love?
Seducing. Oh, maybe today. Yeah. It
Yeah,
sounds like a real devil. Yes. Because yeah, of everything we speak about. And seducing is the compass, is opening up your wisdom. Well, that is a amazing act of love.
exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
Goosebumps. Yeah, that's a deep one. I don't know if everybody can recognize the depth of your sentences, but that's a deep one. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So,
Interesting
is
roads that we travel
yes.
in our podcasts. I love this one again.
Yes. Because I get quite often the question if we do have a program of subjects or if we
Yeah, we
define
brainstorm
upfront.
every week, and then we choose the top three, and then we just kill our darlings, and then we go for number one. And you make a whole text, and I read it, and
Yes.
I make a whole text, and you read it, and then we made an editory of it, and then we learn it by head, and then we just perform our podcast. That's the way we do it, with our head and our mind.
Yeah. No, it's actually, of course, this is a big joke. It's the opposite because, and that's nice to say because we always just start talking about everything. Also life, what's happening in business, they did. Then in one moment you say, record, and then it just goes. We don't talk about anything before. It just is
Yep.
creation on the spot.
Yep.
Yes. Which is also magic
Absolutely.
because it's again, your mind thinks, no, but we need to have a program. No. So this is amazing. Every week I'm so happy
Yeah, me
to do
too.
this.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. And thank you, beautiful peeps, for listening to it. We are also we are also to be found on
On YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
So if you want
See you
software, Spotify or YouTube.
see you
Here we
next
go.
week.
See you next
Ciao.
week. Ciao, ciao.